Hey everyone, Theo here. It's now time for us to do Lover's Paradise on Ruthless difficulty. Now this map gives us a few things that I really like. It gives us heart shards, which after you have 88 of those, you can turn those into a crystal heart. And it gives us the Spear of Hearts, which I think is the easier monk weapon and hermit weapon to farm than the Mischief Maker from Temple of Polybus. So on Ruthless difficulty, the only thing that changes between this and Nightmare is that you will get 8 shards on Ruthless difficulty as opposed to the 4 shards you get on Nightmare difficulty. Now, as I start the run, I will be interacting with 4 statues and taking glasses off of those. Once I do that, you're going to see some words pop up on the screen that say hee hee. Once you do that, there will be a 5th statue with the glasses on the top of the bridge above the whole map. Once you go up there and interact with that statue, a present will appear, which gives you some more mana, but that will basically unlock the secret. And really what the secret is you're going to have to fight a second Mega Cupid. As a reward, you really just get a pair of mask accessories. So if you don't care about mask accessories and you don't want to fight a second Cupid, you don't have to, but why not? You're farming. Might as well get as many things as you possibly can while you're farming. Okay, lastly, there's not a lot of build time. So if you don't have enough move speed on your hero, your builder heroes, you may not be able to do all the things that I do in the very first wave. So go ahead and unlock as much of the secret as you can if you can't do it all in the first wave. And just know you can always go up to the bridge and get that the 5th pair of glasses on that statue at any point to unlock the secret. So enough talking, enough intro. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, we're going to first start off and we're going to run down here, grab the chest, grab the glasses. We'll come up here, grab this chest, and grab this chest. And I'm going to go ahead and place an ensnare and a strength drain aura right here. If your auras aren't as big as mine, you may need to move them closer in. When I say closer in, I mean closer to the bridge, chest, and glasses. And we'll jump down and grab this chest, and grab these glasses. And we now have 3 of them. Alright, so we'll swap over to our Series EV. And then we're going to go under the bridge and grab a chest and the last pair of glasses. There we go. And there's the chest and there's the hee hee. So we're just going to build a buff beam connecting these 2 aura stacks. It's 5 DU. We're going to build a reflect beam right next to that too, and that's a 2 DU buff beam. Reflect beam. That's it. We're building as close to the bridge as we can. We swap over to our adept. We run all the way up here. All the way up, all the way around. We're at the very top of the bridge. Grab that. We've grabbed our 5th pair of glasses. And now we jump down here. And we're going to be building 3 LTs under here. 1, 2, 3. And a DST pointing at that crystal. And the other DST pointing at that crystal. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in our Tower Boost Monk. Start this wave. And we're going to start dropping us some mana. And I'll be building a total of 8 DSTs. And those 8 DSTs are going to be pointing in all opposite directions. So we got east, west, and now we got north, south, northeast, northwest, southwest, and southeast. And that's the build. Now we have to go really quick because again, this build timer is ridiculous. So that is it. I upgraded my buff beam, and we're almost done with this. Kind of run around, grab some mana. I'm going to be tower boosting right here. And I always face in this specific direction. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my upgrader adept. And we'll get this next wave started. Here we go. Pointing over there, tower boosting, and now I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading. And now I like to point right here with my my serpent staff. This is where I spent all my time upgrading. So if you weren't able to interact with the 4 statues, maybe after this wave, because you're going to be able to upgrade this wave, and the very next wave you'll be able to upgrade, but you'll be done well before halfway through the wave is over. And that might be a good time for you to finish up interacting with the statues and getting those pair of glasses if you want to unlock the secret so that you can get that mask accessory. It's entirely up to you whether you want to do that or not. I do it because I do like the mask accessory and I do want it. So that's the reason why I do that. So you can see how fast these waves go. It's now time for wave 8. These waves take about about a minute or so. And honestly, I've found that how long the wave takes really kind of is dependent on your LT chain sometimes. So if your LT doesn't chain very well for whatever reason, your wave may take like a minute and 2 seconds or a minute and 5 seconds as opposed to like 58 seconds. Not a big thing. And especially if you're like running this map with multiple accounts, you know, you got this map going and there's another couple alts doing it too. Yeah, time matters, but it doesn't matter as much because, you know, you may lose some time when you're paying attention to the other account that's running this map. So as you can see here, my adept has already upgraded everything, and this would have been a good time to run around and interact with those statues or interact with the last statue to unlock that secret if you hadn't already done so. Alright, so that is it. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to swap off my adept, and I'm actually going to be bringing in a summoner. We'll get started, and I'm going to take my summoner, I'm going to run her over there to the DSTs. So my summoner has 2 Huntress Guardians. I normally don't do 2 Huntress Guardians, I normally do like a Huntress Guardian and a Monk Guardian. That's usually my normal configuration for my summoner. But on this map, I do 2 Huntress Guardians because I have 8 DSTs, and I want those DSTs shooting as fast as possible. So those 2 Huntress Guardians are covering 12 of those towers. So I got my 8 DSTs, and the 3 LTs are all being like speed buffed. So this is one of the few maps where I'll do like a double Huntress Guardian on my summoner. And so what I'm going to do for the next 3 waves, wave 9, 10, and 11, is just this. I'm going to tower boost, and I have my summoner out there boosting those towers. It's going to make the waves go quicker. So you should have waves that take less than a minute every time. You see how quickly these waves go. So we just have one more wave, and I just have like basically a minute of time to fill with talking. So after this run, I have enough shards to make a crystal heart. So we're gonna go see if I get lucky again. The last time I recorded me making a heart, or actually not even a heart, a diamond, it was a double capping diamond, which was super nice. I've already used it to buy other armor, so that diamond is no longer around. I mean, I just made that diamond in the Wintermeyer coal farm video. So that's gone. So we'll see what kind of crystal heart we're able to get after this specific run. And we are almost done with this run. Yes, we are. Alright, so wave 11 is here. The next wave is the boss wave. And so we're going to start bringing in some heroes as soon as I get this wave started. And as soon as I have enough mana on my tower boost monk. Seem to be missing. Alright, here we go. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in as my 4th hero. I'm going to bring in my hero boost monk. My hero boost monk is the blue monk. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my DPS summoner. Now that DPS summoner has a cat and a Huntress Guardian. So I'll be placing that summoner next to the DSTs. So that summoner is going to be boosting my DSTs, at least 6 of them, and also boosting my DPS heroes, which is more important to me during the boss fight. My hero boost monk will be hero boosting, and right after this wave, I will be swapping out my summoner for my DPS, my DPS monk. Alright, drop some mana, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in my other DPS monk. Alright, we'll get the wave started. I'm going to go ahead and move my summoner, you see there with my Huntress Guardian and my kitty, right next to the DSTs. I'll move my hero boost monk down here, right behind the summoner. Now I'll re-engage my tower boosting, and now I'm going to run around and gather some mana. So I'm going to go down here and drop my mana to my hero boost monk, and now I'm going to go ahead and get my DPS monk some more mana. Now my 2 monks are both wearing eye pats. Now I have done this map with the event eye, you know, the retinazer, and honestly the retinazers didn't make this map run any faster. So don't think that you have to have an event eye, you know, an event eye pet for this map to do well. I have 2 regular eyes. One's a 55k and the other one is a 60k eye. They do attack much slower than the retinazer, but they still do the job. And honestly, the retinazer on video is almost overwhelming. It's so active. It's like, oh, this is bad video. No one wants to see that. So all of my heroes are hiding under the bridge so that they don't get shot by the Cupid's arrows during the boss fight. And as I'm getting closer and closer to the end of this, what I usually do is on one of my other monks, I'll turn on my tower boost so that I can bring my other tower boost monk under and have them ready to go while the boss is here, so that I don't have to worry about the cooldown. It's boss time, everyone. Alright, so I turn on my hero boost, I turn on my tower boost, and that's it. We're just going to stand under here. You can see the heart, you know, the heart arrows from the Cupid are hitting above the bridge, not doing anything to us. And we just wait. That's it. Easy peasy, right? Now, if you don't have as strong of eyes as I do, definitely use the retinazer. The retinazer would be your better bet if you did that event and got that pet. Or if you just have lower, you know, less powerful eyes, that's okay too. The boss will die eventually. So let's look at our items here. We have 8 shards. And do we have, nope, no ++ spirit hearts. Better luck next time, right? But we did get some accessories as well. We look at our times. It's under 8-minute combat time. I'd prefer it to be under 10 minutes total time, but that's okay. This was actually a pretty good run. I've had like the final wave combat times be like, you know, less than 2 minutes before. So that is it for this part. Looking at our tower stats, we're now going to go back to our tavern, and we're going to go ahead and see, we're going to go ahead and create a crystal heart and see what we got. So let's go. Alright, well now we're back in our forge, and I'm going to go ahead and run upstairs, because that's where we create our crystal heart. We'll run upstairs and we'll go ahead and check our item box and see how many shards we have. And you can see here I have a stack of 64 and a stack of 26, so I have plenty of shards to create this crystal heart. We'll come in here, we'll click on the forge. Boom. Alright, we got our crystal heart. Now let's go and take a look. I'm going to swap over to the hero I use to do all of my equipment item upgrading. Let's go ahead and see what this heart has in store. It's not bad. I wish tower damage was higher, but it does cap tower damage. And because it does cap tower damage, it is worth 10 CV in the trading market. So, yeah. If I had had a better spawn on tower damage, I would have had at least a double capping one here, which would have been worth 15 CV. But it's worth 10 CV. I can't complain. It's better than having a heart or a diamond. It's only worth 5 CV, right? That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and happy farming.